Wealth planning is more than just investment management. That is the essence of a well-defined wealth plan. Welcome. My name is Nathan Crampy. I'm the founder and CEO of Lions Wealth Management. I founded Lions Wealth on one premise, that a well-defined wealth plan will help you create an impact for your family, for your community, and for your company. Now that premise, that well-defined wealth plan, has led to many exhausting years of research and development to come up with what I call the Lions Index. Now this is the wealth management process and formula that I bring not only every one of my prospective clients through, but I keep coming back to at every stage for my own clients. Now this is a big piece of the puzzle, and what it entails are a number of different avenues, but at the heart of it, it always starts with relationships. You see, relationships are the heart of everything that we do. Whether it is our work, whether it is our play, or whether it is our leisure, relationships are the biggest driver of every one of those areas. So it's the relationships that you have with your family, with those that you care about the most. It's relationships with those that you work with. Whether you are an executive and have those underneath you as part of the company, or whether you own the company and now you're having to work with all the individuals that you've hired. The relationship is vital. And knowing the relationships that are vital to your wealth plan help to create that wealth plan that's going to be suited for you and well-defined for the future. So it starts with relationships. Then we mold in what I call the advanced planning. And that comes in many different pieces as well. So the first aspect is the wealth enhancement. Now, wealth enhancement of itself is just talking about anything related to tax mitigation, making sure that we keep taxes as low as possible. But we also want to be talking about growing the assets that you have as well. So the growth of the asset, the expectation of the asset, and then the taxation of the asset. All of those come together, and so we can figure out what we want to keep, what we want to transition, or maybe what we even want to give away or give to charity in the future. That is where wealth enhancement comes into play. Then we have wealth transfer. Now this is more than just an estate plan. You see, an estate plan is very helpful, but that helps you go through probate, that helps you to avoid some of the issues of working with the counties in that manner, but that's all the good estate plan is. A wealth transfer plan is more than that. It says that you want money, you want assets, you want your well-being, your legacy to go to those that you intend it to go to and those that you care about. So how can you pass on those assets to the ones that you love and care about with the least amount of tax impact? That's what a wealth transfer plan is. Now, when we talk about that, we talk about the wealth enhancement piece with taxation. They work hand in hand. But it doesn't stop there. We add in another piece as well. Because we have the wealth transfer, we have the wealth enhancement, we need wealth protection. A good wealth protection plan takes into place, maybe if you're younger, your income, so life insurances, how to make sure that those you care about could sustain themselves after you pass. Well, it also takes care of talking about your business. So do we need to have strategies in place to have a continuation of your business? All of that comes back to the wealth protection piece. So this is an area that now you can say, I want to protect the wealth that I have. I want to keep it from people and things that are unintended as well. So that's the third aspect there. The fourth aspect then is, now that we're talking about all of these different aspects, the things that you care about, do we want to put a charitable giving wealth plan in place? That charitable giving wealth plan is something that will be looking at everything else that we've had detailed and figuring out the correct assets in the correct places and how that will work to not only your benefit, but the benefit of those that you care about, including the community. Those are 4 key drivers. And then we have the business owner. So you as the business owner, we have business enrichment, and you know firsthand that supporting the business, supporting your company, your employees, as well as your family is vital. That's where the business enrichment piece comes in, to put all strategies together to better your business, to provide for your family, and to make sure that that protection piece is part of your business plan. Now that comes together, so we have the relationships that matter, we have the advanced planning behind that, and then we come to the investments. Now I said early on that investment management is just a piece of a good wealth management plan. Yes, it's a big piece of the wealth management plan, but it comes into play after we know where we are going. So a good strategy looks at where you're at today, where you want to go in the future, and then the gaps that exist to get you there. That's where the investments come in. That's where the planning comes in. And there are unique investments and assets for each level of stage of your wealth plan. We add that together. The relationships, the advanced planning, the investments. That's where we come up with the Lions Index. That is the tool that drives all of the best wealth planning you can do. So with that, as you would like to know more about the Lions Index, as you would like to have your own Lions Index developed, created, including the well-defined wealth plan that's going to help you create an impact for your family, your business, and your community, please feel free to reach out and I'd be happy to talk through what that looks like and what that means for you. With that, take care.